Ttaala basically is a word that means light or to enlighten. And what we're seeking to do is to enlighten human rights defenders on the use of digital tools for data-facing advocacy.
It has two different sections. One is really on the learning, so it is on mis and disinformation, at least that was with these participants, and critical thinking. And the second week they make a campaign, or they develop a campaign, and it's meant to be an online campaign, and they decide themselves what they want to do.
As an organization, we're also very interested in working with artist human rights defenders. It's a very rare group, mostly because artists don't necessarily know they're doing human rights work.
I am an artist, a recording and performing artist that uses different mediums of art for advocacy.
I'm from Kalungu. We are based in Ttaala Town Council, and we have an organization called Uganda HRD Project Group. We are basically coordinating HRDs across the Kalungu district and the Greater Masaka, and we majorly focus on environmental protection and human rights.
I am a debate specialist. I do debate training and debate adjudication at the national level.
I'm a visual artist, specifically a painter. I do generally painting. I paint on canvas and paint on wood.
I am a spoken word artist. I am a journalist. I am a writer. I'm an art curator for events.
And my government name is Balonywa Ibrahim, and I am a performing artist and a writer and a producer.
The aim of bringing them together was to train them on the aspects of misinformation, disinformation, and how they affect the work that they do.
From our first phase, I remember learning mis and disinformation. I think, especially as an artist, somebody that practices in using media, it was enlightening for me, because for an individual to learn the difference between these two things sets them apart from the ordinary human being. Because as an artist, I also do consider myself as a human rights defender, and I think it's important for me to learn to split the difference of these two things, and so that I can know how best to use the information that I want, use in my writing, also information that I use to educate people. Because as a writer, I'm also an educator. As a musician, I'm also an educator, because I am speaking of pertinent issues.
From this training, we have actually got a lot of inspiration topics, but one of which was critical thinking, and which actually brought us to some critical analysis of the information we gather.
I found the session on critical thinking very enlightening for me, because I am, as a passionate person, as an artist, I'm a very reactive person. My first instinct is, who are we, what's the plan, where are we marching? But that session kind of helped me ground my work.
We were asked to write a letter to ourselves, which I think people should actually actively do something like this. The reason this stood out for me is because the things that I wrote are things that I do not actively think about to do for myself. Because while I was writing, I realized that as an individual, I need to give myself grace.
The most outstanding for me was the digital security, most especially for us creatives in advocacy. That's a model I'm going to make sure I teach my community back home, other organizations, and most especially creatives to be very specific, because we find that a person like me, I had to even lose my YouTube at a certain time because I didn't know there are all these security formats that you can use online to protect yourself, monetize your music.
And also another topic that which has inspired us is the art, using the art to influence change in our communities, using the art to invite more people to join us, using the art to push a campaign, more especially in our communities, and some duty bearers who would take on action.
Also, just sharing the knowledge with other creatives, younger queer creatives who look up to me so much. I'm going to share the knowledge with them, not just around how to protect your music and how to monetize your music, but also how we could use the talent and skills that we have to, create spaces, healing spaces for other people or our communities or even ourselves as creatives.
For me, actually, it has been an eye-opener and also an inspiration, because it has widely given me a lot of skills to use art in advocacy, to use art in influencing change, and also the skills we have acquired using art to inspire others.
I love the team that was selected. Like I said earlier, I've never been part of a more close-knit circle than this. It's so weird because we're from different backgrounds, we're from different human rights fraternities, we're so different in every way that human beings can be different, and yet somehow we find ourselves very close-knit.
It has been something interesting to me because I've never done it. So it has been so much interesting and I've liked it. So it has helped me to get new ideas on how to advocate for other things.
The training has really tickled my mind to think of how more I can help the vulnerable people.
This is a very great experience. I've gotten knowledge about other forms of art, for example, music. I'm going to become a facilitator now with the knowledge I've got, and training people on how to do stuff, because I think I'm very much well conversant of how to do zines.
I'm going to monetize my music, now protect it way better and also earn from it.
I feel like they have really become a group. There is a lot of trust within the group, so people are very open, they share, and I think that has resulted in a big personal growth.
I want to be more intentional about the work that I put out there. I want to speak about information that I'm passionate about. And with some of the skills that I've been equipped with, I think I'm going to be able to do that much better at least.